Head coach the WAIS rowing program, so predominantly involved with the scholarship holders, Tier 3 and upwards, yeah, but also have an overarching role within the rowing WA community to ensure that protocols are met with regards to national selection, etc. Yeah, it's a very strong and healthy club scene in Western Australia, probably a little bit more so than Queensland. Like at state champs, you know, we're getting full fields of 8s, etc. over in WA, which is good. The school programs are quite similar in that good numbers, and perhaps in WA there's a slightly better retention, I think, into the club. So I'd say currently, from my experience since I've been over there, the club system is just a touch stronger currently in WA than it is in Queensland. But you've also in WA you've got the logistical issues of racing on the East Coast, which probably cuts back the numbers a bit. Yeah, you get plenty of time to think on that drive, I tell you, between the East and West Coast, you know. Yeah, we come over twice a year at least, so nationals and selection trials. We're looking to extend that this year to try and attend either New South Wales or Victorian state champs, because we lack a little bit of racing opportunity over there in WA, with our WA racing season being during winter. Any of those athletes that are looking to go on a national selection miss the summer regatta series that the East Coast states get. So we're probably potentially a little bit underdone when we race at national champs typically when we come over from WA. Yeah. I think one of the reasons this year's under-23 group was so successful is that there was a lot of experienced athletes on that team. So we had athletes that have been sort of through the junior process into the under-23 process, and they were in their, you know, a lot of them were in their second, third, even fourth under-23 tour. So they had a lot of international experience by that point. So that's the exciting thing, I think, if we can retain athletes through that process. The US guys that came back into the group obviously added, and now we're kind of getting to the point where I suppose the first of the big group of that US-based stuff that kind of was picked up in 2009. In 2013 they come back, they finish their degrees, most of them, and they come back into Australia. So I suppose we've got to look to capitalise on those people coming back in, and that flowing system of back into the national program, I think, is key things. But yeah, it was a great trip to be on, and obviously successful. You know, it was exciting. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it's a complex thing, I suppose, working with the lightweights. Predominant differences, I guess, is particularly with the senior A lightweight men's group. There's a fair level of ownership there from those guys, and they're quite, I suppose they're almost independent a little bit in their way of thinking. And I guess ideally, if we can ensure that there's trying to bring that group a little bit tighter together, I suppose, to get the ultimate outcomes of the group. I think the heavyweight guys, you know, a larger number of people, you know, they're bringing them together into one more centralised location there at the W.A.I.S, typically how it's been in the last cycle. So just a little bit more scattered around in the underpinning lightweight group. Yeah. From a program perspective, I'm hopeful that I've almost got no athletes to coach in the second part of the Olympiad, because they're all in the right seats, in the right boats, and well and truly entrenched in centralised programs and underway. And yeah, ensuring that we're working towards a 2020 outcome early in the cycle and not leaving it to 2016 or 2017 to be trying to get 2020 group up and running. So I think making sure there's good early transition into the 2020 cycle. So yeah, I think that's important. Yeah.